Well, John Giandria looks like someone you'd find in a fitness magazine. You'd probably never guess that he had once weighed close to 500 pounds.
Forgiveness. A lot of us are big by choice. A lot of us are big by circumstance. I know some women that were sexually molested, assaulted by people they cared about. They ate themselves thinking that being unattractive would stop that from happening. Things that our parents did to us that we didn't have control over children as children. My grandmother used to feed me when my grandfather would be in a drunken rage and mean to all of us, so she would take us to Burger King or to McDonald's. She would feed us sweets, tortilla and cheeses at 10, 11 o'clock at night on the weekends. I remember Johnny Carson as a kid would be on, and it was quesadilla time. And it would be 2, 3, 4 quesadillas. It didn't matter. I remember the pralines and cream ice cream in the outside refrigerator that you would go get. And it was always, I'll sneak you some so he doesn't know. A lot of us didn't learn good habits. A lot of us didn't have parents to say, go outside and play. A lot of us didn't start out with the best behavior or the know of what not to be fat was all about. A lot of us need to forgive ourselves, and a lot of us need to forgive how we were brought up. A lot of our parents learned from their parents that learned from their parents. They didn't get a chance. They didn't go get a book on 101 on how to deal or raise or teach a child. A lot of our parents didn't think about what I'm doing now is gonna fuck them up when they're 20, 30, 40, or 50, and they're gonna do that to their children. I don't think a lot of parents do. Part of being big is forgiving yourself and just letting that weight physically, literally, mentally, emotionally go. It's okay that yesterday you were obese, but today it's okay to want to not be obese, not be that person, not have those bad thoughts, those negative thoughts that I wish I could just run away. Look at all the things I've done in my life that I've regretted people. Everybody has something. And I don't want to yell at you in this video, and I don't want to coming back to this is really a lot different for me. I don't have to. I don't need to. I want to. It's a big difference. And I didn't know myself until I started to gain some weight back. That was a big thing for me. You know, for 6 years, I grinded from 485 pounds to 254 pounds. I grinded nonstop 7 days a week. My meals were planned, my workouts were planned, my sleep was planned, my career was planned. Everything was about how do I lose weight? And you know what's crazy? And this might be the first time I've admitted this. Nothing really changed. Nothing. You know, I never had an ugly girlfriend before. When I was fat, I had a hot girlfriend. I didn't have things really change. What changed was when you would walk into a place, say a med spa, right? Maybe get your eyebrows waxed or a manicure or pedicure. When you're 485 pounds, people look at you weird. People look at you funny. People look at you with disgust. When you're 254 pounds, wasn't that big of a deal. You kind of just blended. You kind of just fit in. So in that aspect, that was different. But all the things that people do to want to lose weight, or the reason why they think they're going to lose weight, it falls quickly by the wayside. You know, how many times does a female say, I'm gonna lose weight, I'm gonna show the guy that dumped me? And some of you do, that's great, wonderful. And guys, same thing, right? High school, college, whatever, at the bar, you were fat, or maybe she made a fat joke, so you go and get on some steroids and a year later you're yoked up and you lost some baby fat weight or whatever, and she now looks at you and then what happens? What happens if that person looks at you and goes, I still don't fucking like you? 9 times out of 10, you go back to eating because now your feelings are crushed that way. I get tired of hearing people say you have to love yourself. First of all, let me give you a little secret. How the fuck are you gonna love yourself if you can't like yourself? You have to like something about yourself before you can say, I love this about me. It's all false, it's fake. You're fake, we're fake. Half the smiles is just fake, it's bullshit. We're dying inside, we hurt inside. We're eating things and we go, why are we doing this? But then we don't know why we're doing it, we're just doing it. Or it's the fat jokes that you think break the ice for people and people haha laugh, but people are really uncomfortable. People need to stop doing that shit. I used to do it all the time. And finally, a very good friend of mine, a nurse friend of mine, I made this joke, kind of like, sorry, you're on call and you'd probably have a much better day if I didn't walk in. And she looked at me and she goes, do you know how stupid you sound? Do you know how dumb you make yourself? This is my job. I might not like to touch a sweat, hot, fat guy, but it's my job. So you trying to make a joke only makes you look stupid. I didn't know what to say. It really kicked me in the dick. It really did. I still think about that day. And then I realized, why do we put ourselves down thinking that it's gonna benefit the other person? Fuck everybody else. Period. Why are we always gonna be the brunt of the joke or try to break the ice for somebody else? Let them be uncomfortable. If we're fucking fat and we have to go do something, let them be uncomfortable. Fuck them. We never think that way. We're always so worried about the other person. Stop. If you actually started to worry about yourself, worried about your heart, worried about your kidney, worried about your liver, worried about your well-being, purely self-like. What if tomorrow you woke up and said, I'm gonna like myself? Because you see, most of us end our day and start our day with negativity, right? Go brush our teeth before bed, staring at ourselves in the mirror, maybe take your shirt off before you go to bed, and you go, I fucking hate myself. How did I let myself get this way? Where did it all go wrong? How could I do this to myself? All of the above. Then we go to bed. And then probably because we ate too close to bed or we're eating the wrong foods, we slept like shit, or we're stressed, or we're worried about our kids, or we're worried about how we're gonna pay the next bill, or we're gonna worry about how gas prices keep going up. And we don't sleep. And now the alarm clock comes up, goes off, you get out of bed, you walk back to the same mirror and you do the exact same thing. And now you start your day on a negative foot. And you're already telling yourself how you hate yourself. It never ends. The cycle never ends of hatred. And it's not even about just being fat. It could be something wrong with a scar, your nose, your lip, your head, whatever. We destroy ourselves. But then we wonder why people don't love us, why we're awkward, why we seem to just not fit in. So we blame being fat, right? Sometimes you're just fucking weird, okay? Sometimes you're just off. Sometimes you don't have social skills. So it's not just because you're fat, it's because you're fat and you lack social skills. It's a lot different there. But there are people that actually want to forgive themselves. There are people that just don't know how. It starts when you wake up. It starts by telling yourself, I'm gonna have a good day today. I'm gonna take a little extra time. I'm gonna comb my hair. I'm gonna do something. Maybe I take pride in what I wear. Maybe I don't walk out of the house like a fucking Shar-Pei and wrinkled with all my clothes on. Maybe I take care of myself. Maybe I do something. Maybe I go for a walk around the block. Maybe I go 4 or 5 houses and I say I did something for myself. You ever wondered how you have all the energy for everyone else? How you'll go to the end of the world, move mountains for someone else, but you won't do a fuck thing about yourself? Have you ever stopped to think why? It's because you're not worthy. It's because you don't like, love, cherish, remotely dig yourself at all. But you put all of these things into a relationship, or you want that person just to love you, or please accept me, or maybe they'll ask me out again, or maybe they'll call me, or maybe they're thinking about me. How many times do you wonder, is that person thinking about me? Shut the fuck up. Why don't you ask yourself, am I thinking of myself the next time? All the negativity of friends or family that we deal with, or how many times you go to bed tired because your friend calls and that friend just never seems to get it, or is always something wrong. Or how many times you say, today I'm gonna eat right, but then your skinny friend wants to go eat like shit. 9 times out of 10, you go and eat like shit, because what if you actually said no? You see, forgiveness for why we're here is where it starts. Because let me tell you something, tomorrow, I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna be in the same mirror and I'm gonna see the same saggy skin from losing all my weight. And I'm gonna brush my teeth and I'm gonna do my facial routine and I'm gonna make sure my beard is right. And I'm gonna put my clothes on and I'm gonna go, I just don't like the way I look. I hate this t-shirt, I don't like these shorts, I don't like these pants. And then I go about my day, and then a friend calls or someone needs me and I give them all that. What if you got in the mirror and you go, I don't look that bad. This is okay. What if I want to go for a walk? And what if I say, you know what, I'm gonna put me first today. I'm gonna listen to Biggie and I'm not gonna eat a bunch of shit today. And when I get to work and my friend or my coworker says, hey, let's go here today for lunch, I'm gonna say, no, you know what? I brought my lunch. Or you know what? No, I'm gonna actually do something different today. Is that friend gonna not be your friend because you chose something different? Is your coworker gonna quit their job because you didn't wanna go to Chili's and drink beer and eat greasy shit? What happens if you put more than one of those days together? What happens if you put a week together, 2 weeks together, 30 days, 60, 6 months? Now you're walking. Now you're not saying how much you hate yourself in the mirror every day. Maybe you say, good night, big guy. See you in the morning. Who knows? Maybe you get that person that was eating like shit to go, man, you look good. What are you doing? I want to do it with you. Maybe you start telling friends no. Maybe you start telling him or her, not today, not doing it. Maybe you tell your parents or a sibling, I'm not gonna let this behavior be okay any longer. What's gonna happen? They're not gonna be your mom or dad anymore? They're not gonna be your sister or your brother or your cousin, your best friend? Then fuck them. What is wrong with putting you first and everybody else second? What is wrong with you saying, today, I'm gonna have a good day? And when the energy, the negative energy, right, that low frequency bullshit comes your way, you change the channel. Just one time. One time that friend calls, right? Because every time we all have that friend, every time this is it. This is the time, right? I need you right now. I don't have time right now. I promise you, their next problem will come, and that next problem will be bigger than the one that you said no to, you didn't have time for. At some point in your life, you need to be first. At some point, you need to start liking yourself. It's kind of like when I hear people say, I need to lose 100 pounds. No. You need to lose 1 pound 100 times. You need to lose 1 pound 5 times so you can get your first 5 pounds off. That's the difference. That's what brought me to this point today. I didn't set out to lose 225 pounds. I just happened to lose 1 pound 225 times, and it felt really, really good. So I'm gonna ask you something right now into this video. What are you going to do tomorrow different for yourself? You owe some well-being to yourself, to your soul, to your heart, to your well-being, period. So, whether it's tonight or tomorrow, what are you going to do good for yourself and not for the other person?